Hello, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This is day two of our magnetic content lab. We started the magnetic content creation club about 6 months ago, and I had some awesome people rally with me from the beginning. Amy, Susie, I so appreciate you ladies. And they were like, yeah, let's do this. And they've been my ride or dies, which is so nice to have. They've given me lots of good feedback, lots of coaching. A lot of times we kind of powwow and work together about a lot of topics that we teach in here. And I love doing that. I just think that group think is where the power is at. Like we all have amazing gifts. We all have different perspectives, and that is vital because when we're talking to the whole world, right? We're talking to all sorts of different personalities. And so what some people like and how some people view things is completely different than another. And so when we're all together and we can talk about that stuff, man, we're all going to grow. We're all going to be amazing. I'm glad you're here. And I have a PowerPoint. Oh, wait, I stopped sharing. Okay, yep. Present thing. Make sure I do this properly. Amanda, hello. If you guys want to put in the chat, I'm telling you, your face is on the screen. I appreciate it. Now, Amanda, girl, I'm not telling you you have to go on camera. You don't. You're good. But if you could be in the chat, if you're not on camera, at least be in the chat. That just pumps me up. It's a little challenging to do a powerful animated presentation to a screen, And so I love doing this live. I love doing it with y'all, and you really help me to be my best. So thank you. It's funny that I'm letting someone in the Zoom right now who was at a live talk I did the other day, and I was like, "You cannot be here." Patsy, I'm talking about you, as you'll figure out soon. Because I was like, "You can't be here," because I'm just gonna cry because it was an emotional thing. Today, I'm probably not gonna cry. It's not 100%, but it's pretty positive. I'm not gonna cry today. So I want to see your faces and your energy. It just helps me to be awesome. Patsy, welcome back from New York. I can't wait to talk to you. You guys, I just keep bragging about her, but she just went and pitched her coaching things, her speaking and ideas to a whole bunch of different news places, TV shows, all this stuff in New York City. She got to be part of a really cool thing. I can't wait to hear more about it. There's rad people on here. So tell us, put it in the chat. Where are you guys from? Where are you from and why are you here? And if you already shared with us the other day, there's good practice for you. Share again. Share again. New group of people. You never know. These could be your new besties. Okay. Jen, do you see my magnetic content screen? Is that up? Did I do that properly? Sweet. Thank you. It's just, I can't see exactly what you see. So it helps me so much to have that. Thank you. This this is just a little slice, a little picture of what I'm going to talk about here and how social media absolutely changed my life. And it can change yours if you feel called to be on there. And if that's a thing you're like, I need to get my voice out, I need to start sharing this message with the world. I want to help you do that. Are you ready to become magnetic online? Well, I think you are because you're here. You're like, I want to do this. Oh, okay. Ooh, the chat. Thank you for putting that in the chat. I gotta put this on a screen where I can see it. Yeah, I love Louisiana. Yeah, you should hear Cheryl talk. I love you, Louisiana gals. It's like I'm like, just talk to me. Just talk to me. How's it going? Okay. Hi. You guys know me, but lots of people are me. Thousands of people are gonna watch this recording, right? I'm putting that out there. So if you haven't met me before, my name's Melissa Lottie. I love social media. I was one of those people that had Facebook right away. I had Pinterest. I was one of the early people that got like an email entrance into Pinterest. And not to brag or anything, but I'm that old. But I just love it. It was a great way for me to stay in contact with people. I had moved a lot. I had family all over, and that was a way that I could just stay in touch with everybody. I could see what's going on with them. I could share, especially being a stay-at-home mom with a million kids, adult interaction was few and far between. So social media was such a blessing to me. But then it turned bigger. It changed my life. I met amazing people, and Kim is one of them. She's not on here now, but I know she's hopping on here tonight. She set her alarm. She told me so. But I met her in this Facebook group where we were just learning how to go Facebook Live. And that was like 10 years ago when video and stuff was really starting to take off. And it's funny now, looking back at these people that I was being coached by said, in the next 5 to 10 years, 90% of social media is going to be video. And it was like, we're going to be here about an hour. The last like 15 minutes will be Q&A for tonight. Um, so I met these people, I started learning these skills, and by putting myself out there, I built deeper connections with people that I barely knew. They got to feel that like, know, and trust. They felt that so strongly with me because I shared my life. I showed up authentically. Some days I'm coming out with my hair still in a towel. Some days I'm going to come on fancy, right? I want to show up like that. Again, you don't have to do that. Do what feels comfortable to you, what feels authentic to you. But for me, I'm not looking fancy all the time. Like I put on makeup and this fancy shirt and these earrings for this call, right? I did not look like this an hour ago. And so I wanted when I came on social media that people felt like they really knew me. That opened up business opportunities for me. That got me my husband. I know so many people like Patsy, again, I'll pick on her. I know Patsy from social media. I don't know how we got connected, but somehow we became friends online. She reached out to me one day, was interested in something I was talking about. We met up for coffee. I did a crappy job of selling her anything because I just wanted friends and I really liked her. And I was like, hi. Oh, thank you. An adult. Like yeah. And knowing Patsy has changed my life. I say this to her all the time. But she has introduced me to so many people that I wouldn't have known otherwise. And those people have changed like who I am today and how I'm operating today. So social media, if you put yourself out there, if you show up like a real human being, you can meet the best people. Because you know what? Also, it's like Jen, I watch her on social media and she's so real and so fun. She's awesome. And I realized, like, I had a get together the other day and I was hanging out with all these ladies who are putting themselves out there on social media. They're the bold ones, like Amanda down here. And Amanda's so stinking hilarious. Cheryl, you would love her. She's from Texas. You kind of got a cute thing going together. Yeah. Um, but I love bold, powerful women. I love being around them. I love encouraging them. I love loving on them. I love it. And social media has helped me to understand who those some of those people are in my life. I'm not saying if you're not on social, you're not bold. There's still some bold people out there, but they're hiding. Anyhow, that's how. Okay, so this is me. Social media changed my life. I want to help it to change yours if that's what you're called to. Yeah, let's go to the next slide. You probably already read this, whatever I didn't say. Okay, some of the stuff we talked about on Monday. On Monday, we went over who are you even talking to? Like we're going to talk more about some why today, but that was a big part of it also. Is like who do you feel called to speak to? Who is your audience? Some people call it a niche, this target market. There's different terms for it. Oh, there's another one that I totally spaced out right now. But it's usually you just a little earlier, a little previous in your time. Single moms, working moms, I love it. I will encourage you guys to look at who is naturally drawn to you. Jen and I were having this conversation too. I was calling y'all out here. But we were talking like a lot of her friends are all younger than her. And I was like, you know what? Most of my friends are older than me. And it's so interesting how that, I don't know, I still need to work on unpacking that a little, but I want you to also look at who is naturally drawn to you because you don't want to fight that. If those people love you, like there's this girl on TikTok that I mean, I don't know her name, Hannah something, I think, whatever. She's really cute. She's got black curly hair and this cute husband with a beard, and she lives in a trailer house and makes food. She's a really good cook if you've seen her. Okay, she's from the South. I don't know. That's all I got. Um, but she started making content that was just kind of all over the place. Like it was just talking about her love with her husband and clothes and some cooking stuff and stuff like that. But her cooking videos exploded. Everybody was like, I want this from you. And she didn't say, no, I don't want to do that. She made a cookbook. I think she was on QVC. Like her stuff took off because she saw this is what people want from me. This is what they love. And she's not being inauthentic. It's not like she pretended to like cooking and did this thing, which I mean, I guess you could try and do, see how that takes off. I don't think it will take off, but you never know. Oh, got something in the waiting room and I wasn't looking at that screen. Sorry. Hopefully they weren't there long. Okay, so why do you want to post on social media? And this is just briefly for you. And a lot of you guys answered this already beforehand. And the vital part on this screen right here is no wrong answers, just be honest. Okay. If your goal is to be a millionaire, I need you to say that with your full chest. Like, I need you to really feel it and be like, it's okay for me to want that. Each of us has different desires and different dreams for different reasons. And well, I shouldn't say none of them are wrong. There's always that outlier thing. And so I hate to make blanket statements, but for the most part, your dreams were given to you for a reason. And the longer we're like feeling weird about them, the longer it takes us to get there. So I just want you to be honest with yourself. If you want to put it on here, love it. But for sure, yourself. What do you really hope to gain by posting on social media? And maybe that is like you want to be an influencer. You want to just travel the world, post your life, do whatever you want to do and make content about it. But maybe it is like you have a special interest and you like making things and you want to video yourself making those and you want to get free art supplies sent to you, but maybe it is you already have a business and you want to help people know that you have a business, whatever it is. Or maybe like me, I found a really amazing husband and really great friends. Those are also really great reasons to show up here. I mean, I would go for the big, not that those aren't big things. Go for the other things. Other stuff it'll happen when you're just showing up authentically because your people are going to love you. Suzanne, welcome, welcome. Okay, but today, do I have permission to step on your toes tonight? Are you okay with a little toe stepping? I love that, Jen. You have a message the world needs to hear. I think most of us do. That's one thing I really I hate the term influencer because we all have influence. You walk into a store, you're at the checkout and you're talking to that person, she's a grouchy old lady. Oh my gosh, I have had a few. And then you're just like, "How are you? Oh, have a great day." Or, "What's your favorite candy bar?" I've done this once. I should do it more. But I heard this idea. You ask the cashier, I don't know which one to pick. Which one's your favorite? And they're like, Twix. And you're like, oh, good pick. Buy it and then give it to them. Walk off. Jen, I could see you totally doing that. But did you just influence her? Did you just change the course of her day? Absolutely. We all have influence. I don't need you to have a million followers. And honestly, what we're going to talk about this too, going viral, we can work on that. If that's your goal, we can work on that for you. But really, you don't need to go viral to build an amazing business, to use social media to change your life. You need to help your people find you, being magnetic. Um, Okay, so that was one of my things. What's holding you back from showing up like you want to online? Now, again, you could put your stuff in the chat. I would love it. This was one of the blessings of going and asking everybody my questions of like, what do you think keeps people from posting? And I'll tell you, I worded that very specifically. If you got that message from me, I didn't say what keeps you from posting authentically and powerfully. I could, but that comes off a little bit rude. It puts people a little bit on the defensive, and not everybody wants to answer their deep stuff. But people don't have a problem saying, "Oh, well, I think most people are just scared of the camera. Most people are whatever," right? And so people answer those questions. It's the same thing when you ask questions on Facebook. When you word them like that, it helps people to open up. So you just want to be mindful. If you're not getting the engagement that you wanted on a question you ask, reach out to me and say, like, would you change this? What do you think happened here? Blah, blah, blah. Because it's just weird. Um, and Susie, you're doing so good. Oh, sorry. We got a couple dancers on here. I was thinking I was talking to a different one, but Susie, you're doing great too. And Suzanne is the belly dancer. If you saw, I went to a belly dancing class, and Jen and Suzanne do belly dancing. Okay, so what's keeping you from showing up? We're going to talk about some really common ones here and then things you can do to help you overcome this. But I'll tell you what I didn't put on the slide, but as I was like kind of going over this over and over, um, I think a big, huge part for you is knowing your why. Why are you showing up? And when you get very clear on your goal for showing up and it's big enough, it really touches your soul. Like there's this exercise you can do that's like 7 layers deep, and you just keep asking yourself, why, 7 times. So, like, um, for me, I have a goal. I want to make $30,000 a month. Okay. And it'd be like, why? Because I want to be able to take my kids on trips. Why? Because I want to spend good quality time with my kids. Why? Because I want them to like when they get old and I don't see them every day, like they have these memories and they're brave and they're bold and they're like, oh, I've been there and I'm not afraid to get on an airplane and I'm not afraid to go there because they've done that. Okay, why? And you just do, you all get it, I'm sure. But do that with why are you showing up on social media? Like when, Jen, when you're talking about your audience, you have a message that people need to hear. Why? And if you just start, if you drill down and you get so clear and you write that down, and for me, I got to post it on the wall. Okay. I know some of you guys can write it in a diary. It does help me to write it. And even if I don't look at it again, it still is working subconsciously. But if I tape that up on my wall and I look at that every day, put it on your bathroom mirror, why are you showing up? It's going to help you overcome all this other crap. Okay. Because there's crap. And that's why we started off this thing with shake it off, because you're going to have to shake some stuff off. Building a business, putting yourself out there on social media, it doesn't come without critics. It doesn't. That's part of the price, but it's so freaking worth it. And if you surround yourself with awesome women like this that are also in the trenches with you, like you're in there doing this battle together, and you're like, oh, yeah, you want to hear my worst hate comment? Here, look at this. My daughter wrote that one. That's a good one. That's a true story for another day. But, you know, have those people that you can be like, today sucked online, but I'm going to do it again. Okay, so get clear with your why. Here we go. Common issues. We're going to go over this, but here again, this is vital. You're not alone. I, got like 70 responses from my message I sent out, and I kept hearing the same things over and over and over. And I think one of the biggest lies that we can struggle with in life is we're the only one that feels that way. You walk into a party and you're like, I feel weird and I don't know if anybody's going to like me. Probably half of the party, at least, also is thinking the same thoughts, right? And when you can like realize, wait, everybody's wanting to feel accepted, everybody's wondering if they fit in here, then you can take that step to say, hey, how are you? And you both are at ease then, right? It's the same thing with all this crap that's going to come up for you for posting. You are not alone. Everybody's struggling with this. I struggle with this. Your favorite creators have struggled with it, and they've just said, I'm going to do it anyways. So as long as you can be like, today sucked. That I got up in my head about that. That person was rude. Oh, we're gonna get to that. Okay. Okay, what do they struggle with? Knowing what to post. Guys, this is a huge part of what I help with. Oh, I wonder if I can do this in Magnetic Content Club. Sweet. You guys can see my Magnetic Content Club, right? Because I shared that screen, like, and now I move that. You see it? Sweet. Okay, so this is this is a free coaching, but come join us. And I'm telling, come in VIP. It's $17 a month, change anytime. But in this classroom up here, this is where all my courses are. And there's some freaking amazing stuff in here. I want you to do this, steal their magic. This goes, you go through your favorite creators. What do you love about them? Why? Like really take a moment to analyze why you love them. And just not that you're going to totally copy them, but you're going to start emulating those things. Like, oh, I like that they do voiceovers. Okay, make a freaking voiceover, figure it out, do that, whatever it is, right? Take that. Um, but here, let's see, content creation basics. This one, I have so many like ideas for you to post. You will not run out of ideas to post here. And then the other thing that we do with the VIP people is this Magnetic Monday playbook. This gives you every week, there are at least 7 different posts for you, video ideas for you to make. And these are not get perfect, make out the light, everything perfect. Here, read this script. It's not that. This is going to help you so much. So if that's the problem, I got you covered. Okay. Back to my, oh my gosh, I love that that worked. Two screens is a game changer. Okay. Harshly judging yourself. Oh, this is a huge one. And, it's like we watch ourselves on videos. I hardly ever rewatch a video of mine. I don't. It's really easy to get up in your head and nitpick yourself. And we sound weird to ourselves on camera. We're like, we don't sound like that. It's just because of our bones and how the space travel, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the people around us are not surprised by how we sound or look on camera. I'm sorry. You're the only one that is surprised by how you look or sound on camera. So you just have to like just kind of get used to it. I don't let people watch my videos around me. That is so awkward. I will go make a dancing video in my kitchen that thousands of people will watch, but I don't want somebody standing there in the kitchen with me while I do that. And I surely don't want to watch you watch me. That's so awkward. But maybe you're tougher and braver than me, and that doesn't bother you. It bothers me, and I just say, please watch that. Go in the other room. If you want to watch me dance, go in the other room. But that judging yourself so harshly. Now, I've also found like how do I dance more? Do I have more full body shots now that I have lost some weight? Absolutely, I do. I do. But here's the really cool thing. If any of you have been on a weight loss journey, I'm sure you know this to be true. If you lose 5 pounds, you feel magical. You're like, oh my gosh, look at me. It's just like go for a walk, film yourself after your walk. You just feel so good. Like you're like, my body, it works. I got this. And you're not so up in your head about how you look and things like that. I highly encourage a little tweak can make a big, huge difference for you. And you guys know I was posting videos at all the sizes. I was posting videos. The camera went a little longer. The shot got a little longer. Okay, afraid of what others think. This is huge. We talked about this on Monday, but again, I'm going to give you. Oh wait, no, I had some other notes here for you. Um, yeah, afraid of what others think. I think the vital thing here, if you're going to hear from them, if they're going to comment on here, block. Like if it's holding you back from showing up awesome, block. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care if it's your aunt. And if people's feeds on social media make you feel some sort of way, I usually hide them. Like if they're my friend and I'm like, oh, they can go ahead and see my stuff. But like I had a person that I worked with that was terrible to me. And she's just an insecure person who thought I was stealing all her people. Oh, it was a weird situation. But she she has this group of friends that I used to be a part of and now I'm not, and they live in town. It's kind of awkward. But because of her, I want nothing to do with that whole circle. So all those people, I just hide because I don't want to see that they all went hiking together, right? Like when I'm scrolling, I'm like, like it's not good for me. So I hide them. But if anyone keeps you from showing up to fulfill that mission, that deep why of why you're on social media, block. You don't need to tell them why. Like if they ask you, you could just say, I want to show up authentically, and you feel like you watching me and commenting on what I did makes me feel weird and I don't want it. So block. People start TikTok accounts and they'll just hide everybody that they ever knew, because it goes through and finds all your friends and all stuff, right? But I'm telling you, block is so huge. And then it's just that thing of like the people, the bold, awesome creators, most often are not going to be judging you. They're going to be cheering you on. Like even on the when you suck, they're going to be like, "You did it though. I'm so proud of you. Good job." Like just look at the camera next time and, cut off the pause that you started your video with 30 seconds of dead air, right? Those are your real friends. There are going to be people though that look at you and they're going to be like, who does she think she is? Like what's really funny is the people that feel called to do what you're doing, but they're not doing it. They're scared and up in their head and all this stuff. And when they look at you, it shows them what they're not doing because they're too big of a chicken. And instead of being honest with themselves, they nitpick you. Those people are, it's sad. It's sad. But we can't let them hold you back. And there will be some people that might start out like that, but that is the person, like something in you is just kind of rubbing them wrong. And maybe it is like the business. Like Cheryl, I don't 100% know what you do if you're what you do right now, but let's just say you run a network marketing team, right? And and somebody is like they keep watching you and they're like, how does she keep taking these trips? How does she have the money to do that? And that, but they can't stop watching, but they are watching with a bit of an attitude. And then finally one day they reach out and and I know this from experience. The person reaches out and says, okay, tell me what you're doing. I've been watching you. I need a change. I'm ready now. So, just they're on their own journey and we can't take it personally. We have to brush it off and we have to link arms with other powerful creators that are going to encourage each other. Okay, and then this other thing, a big thing that I think is holding a lot of y'all back is just not being delusional enough. Okay, it's that thing I heard. It was probably a TikTok video. I heard it on a mini documentary. It was on TikTok, and it said you can have whatever you want, or I can have whatever I desire. And I just heard those words, and for some reason, 2 days ago, that just clicked for me. Before, if you would have, if I would have said, I can have anything I work for. I can have anything. If I had put my mind to it, I could work for it. I could achieve anything. I would 100% with full belief tell you that. But something just changed the other day when I thought, wait, whatever I want, I can have. That kind of delusion is what you need. That like I if your goal is to grow 1,000 followers this month, you could do that. I would love to help you with a plan. I've worked these plans before. There's different seasons where you drill down and you just build, build, build. If that's what your goal is, I would love to help you. Um, but you have to have that belief that it's possible. Another delusional belief that helps me tremendously is when I get negative comments, I tell myself they're not saying it negative, right? Okay, so let's just say, Susie, we're picking on Susie now. Let's say somebody is like, Susie posts her dancing. She does line dancing. She's awesome. She works with the sassy seniors. She's a sassy senior. Um, but let's say she posted one of her line dancing videos and somebody commented, like, okay, this is so rude, Susie, sorry, but like, who let you out of the kitchen? Or something like that. Let's just say something wild, right? Like somebody said something crazy like that. And then I would just be like, this is an angry troll living in their basement, right? I see them sitting in their recliner with McDonald's wrappers laying all over themselves, and they're just scrolling and they're miserable, okay? And so they see Susie happy and they're like, eh, I'm the rain on her parade, right? And so then I like to just say, you know what? I found the key to the ball and chain and I busted out of this joint or whatever. I would say something snarky and silly back because unless they're being disgusting, I'm not going to block them. It's going to help my algorithm. You want all those comments and just be delusional. Or sometimes people will say something that I just try and tell myself they meant it in a positive way. Like, I just flip that. And if you're reading comments like you're you're reading through your that lens, right? So when you see somebody, you see those texts and then people read the text and they were like she said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that." But it's like but they were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that." Right? It's like, what filter do you want to read those comments through? So put on your delusional hat and just be like, they are positive or they're miserable, and you're just gonna like sunshine brighten their day. or you can just mess with them. I mean, it will help your algorithm. But you just have to understand though, what your nervous system can handle. Okay. Like you've got to be real with yourself. And is that going to wreck your day? And like some people you need to unfollow because it's not good for your nervous system. It's not going to help you show up how powerfully like you can. The little forward button is hiding. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here are some of the stuff. What will people think of me? This is judgment. I think I'm gonna skip over. We talked a lot about this. Um, what if nobody likes me? Yeah. Okay, the comment thing. This is huge. A lot of times, well, let's talk. I got a couple messages from people. One girl said, nobody follows me. That's the problem with posting on social media is nobody follows me. I know this person very well. If nobody's following you, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. And so much of the stuff, like, we just need to keep doing our self-development work. We just keep working on it, right? And we got to learn how to post better. But her stuff is, she comes off rather arrogant. And people don't love that, you know? So occasionally there's things we do want to totally look at. Like, we want to show up authentically, we want to be strategic but authentic at the same time. Okay, we want to have a plan. You want to make sure you're saying what the people need to hear that you're talking to, but being real and authentic all the while. That does not mean that you have to tell your whole life. It just means whatever topic you decide to talk on, you're going to speak very deeply and openly and emotionally about that topic. Okay, this is my huge asterisk here. This is those things you got to know. Um, but so some stuff is like that. But then there's other things where another girl commented and she said about the likes and comments and not getting them, like trying to get more likes and comments on posts. Okay, there are some tricks and tips on that. You want to ask questions and you want to ask questions that people actually want to answer. You want to reward people for answering. So you always want to comment back. You want to make people feel seen, not that you're just like this, huge, like, I'm too good to talk to you people. That's not going to work well for you, right? But to do those things. Now, the asterisk there though is, and we talked about this on Monday, but I just want to bring it up again. Um, your posts that are heavy sales, that are like me talking about this and saying, if you want the Zoom link, message me, I'll get you in, blah, blah, blah. Those posts usually don't get a lot of comments or likes. Okay. They'll get messages sent to you. They'll get wheels spinning for people, but those aren't the ones that build the engagement. So you want to make sure you're switching back and forth. There's a lot of tips and tricks. You could, have your people like, let's say we'll talk to Suzanne. If you want, if you have 10 people that you want on in your classes, okay, in your belly dancing classes, you've got your 10 people that you're like, these people are awesome. I want them to come to my classes. Write their names down. Actually, ooh, let me show you a hot tip while we're here. Let's see. New tab, Facebook. This only works on a computer. It won't work on your phone. There's a lot of little things like that. Okay, go to friends. You're going to want to well, this is being recorded. But okay, so we're at friends. Then you go to custom lists. Okay, so these, so you see, this is top tier tip right here. No, nobody knows about these things. I don't even know how I have a dog walking thing, but let's create a list. Okay, and this is going to be, let's just say it would be my magnetic content club. Um, these are the people that like jumped on these free Zooms, right? And so I know they're already interested. They already like me a little. These are people I want to keep in contact with. I want to be following their stuff. So I'm gonna hit confirm and then add friends. I would just go through here and well, I got Jen at the top of my screen. And I just click on here and she is now in this list. So then let's say on Mondays, I'm like, I'm gonna go through this list. I'm gonna maybe send them a joke in Messenger. If you message people in Messenger, it tells Facebook, especially if they talk back to you, it tells Facebook you like each other and they want to see your content. So you could message all these people like, Happy Monday, I hope you have a great week. And then later that day, post the hard sales message of like, come join my VIP. We're doing this special thing. I don't want you to miss out. And all that message is going to be sent to all of them, but not in Messenger. It's just going to be in their feed. And it feels a lot less in your face. Um, this is another way, commenting on those, but create a custom list of friends, especially with your top 10 people. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how big this could be, but like I had this future freedom leaders list. These were people that I wanted on my network marketing team. And I'm telling you, if I click on here, 98% of the people on that list all joined my team. And I'm never pushy, but I just made sure they didn't forget about me. You know what I'm saying? This is top tier right here. Okay. Oh, okay. So don't take the moral of that story though is you need to have your hard sells posts and don't take lack of engagement as like that post didn't work. It's doing the work. It's just not going to give you the numbers that we like, those vanity metrics. Yeah. Okay. What if I say something stupid? Nobody wants to do that, right? My best video on TikTok has like I don't know, 100,000 views. I call my child the wrong name. Okay. And then I'm like, wait, no, you're not Elijah, you're Nathan. I didn't delete it. I didn't redo it. I showed up like a very real person. And that's what people connect to. The perfectionism thing that people don't feel like they can do that. But when you're just a normal person and you're sharing something that you've learned along the way, people are like, oh my gosh, I love her. We're the same. Look at her. She only put one earring on and came on camera. I go out of the house with only one earring on. Have you ever worn two different shoes? Oh my gosh, you go out and about and you're like, look down. Yeah, I've done that a couple times. Um, okay. What if I said something stupid? What if I'm wrong? What if people I know see this? Again, we can block people or we can just get a thicker skin. You have to decide. Some people, like people don't say stuff to my face. They don't. People don't aren't I know people talk about me and I hear it sometimes from some other people, but I don't get that. But like I have another friend who messaged me today about this kind of stuff and she's like, "Yeah, my sister-in-law didn't like something I posted, so she talked to my brother. Then my brother had a phone call with me and got after me about something I posted." And she wasn't, I mean, who knows what she even posted? It was probably like about a health product. It was not like she was posting even politics or something. You know what I mean? There's just those people out there, though, that are going to be like, and some of you are nicer than I am. And so some of you are going to get those conversations from people more than I am. And you can just say, you know what? Thank you for letting me know that you shouldn't be watching my social media. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. This imposter syndrome. Who am I to talk about this? This thing is so freaking sneaky and annoying. And I'll tell you, the best thing for me that has helped with this is when I see people with way less experience than I have teaching the thing I feel called to teach or doing a thing that I want to do. And I'm like, and I'm just mad at myself. And they're bold and it's awesome. And I just need to encourage myself to be bolder. Okay. I need to look and sound better. We talked about that. What if I post and doesn't work? You're going to have to give it some time and you need to figure out your idea of work. Okay. You cannot control what other people do, but you can control how often you're posting. If you want to go all out, post 10 times a day. Your numbers will go up. That's not going to work for everybody's schedule, but you got to give it good college try before you say this doesn't work, right? Like if I started messing around with TikTok Shop and I make a few dollars every day, which it was like a few dollars I didn't have before I did it. But it's going to take me learning that and messing with it and keep doing that over and over to grow something. It's not going to happen overnight, right? And too often people, and I don't think it's you ladies. You ladies are already entrepreneurs. You guys already know it takes a minute to build a business. But the same thing is true for social media. We all know those one-offs that are like the person who made I can't even remember what it was called. Like they made some little jingle for a store and then all of a sudden they took off. There's people that will post a video and all of a sudden their life radically changes overnight. That's a lot of chaos. That's hard for those people. And it could happen. You keep posting enough stuff, one could take off. But that's not like no one can teach you how to do that because it's so random and weird what people are obsessed with. Okay. And then here's the big one that's really annoying. What if it does work and suddenly everyone is watching me? What if you go to your kids' school and they're like, "Oh, I watch all your videos. I see your mom's videos." Oh, my kids love that. And my daughter today told me that she's like, "You post everything." I'm like, "I don't. I don't post everything." But she thinks I do. I'm like, anyhow, I won't tell her whole story there. Okay. What can you do about it? Here, here's some ideas we already talked about though. Block, block, block. Just do it. So much of this stuff, like how I talked earlier about my kids, I want to take them traveling because I wanted them to feel comfortable getting on an airplane, to go into a new country and feel like, oh, I can figure this out. Like you go through customs, you do these things, and they've experienced it. And I feel like they'll be more likely to then go do that later. It's the first time we do something that's terrifying, right? And that's why I also tell my children to stay away from certain things because you're scared of them until you do them. And then it's like, oh, that's not a big deal. Let's just make out with everybody or what I'm talking about. I'm raising a bunch of teens over here. So the thing is, just make the video. Make yourself be like, that's kind of embarrassing to watch. But it's so fun because people will comment and be like, oh my gosh, you're so brave. I wish I could do what you do. Just start the stuff you wish you could do, just do it. Like you can do it. And once you do it, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't die. I didn't die. And sadly, it's not like you build up this confidence and then you start posting. You start posting and you don't die, and then you realize you live and you're like, okay, I can do this. I can put myself out there. The people aren't actually as mean as I thought they might be. Oh my gosh. And that one person was rude and I was fine. And other people were like, good job. It can be hard though. I know some people have really negative people around them. I dealt with that for a really long time. People that didn't understand me. And again, I would encourage you to find a buddy, a posting buddy that does. Okay. And really focus on the one who needs you. We talk about that why, right? But then I want you to start getting really clear on who you're posting for. Like for me, when I post my dancing videos, I think of the stressed out Melissa that wasn't dancing, that was just like, I'm gonna explode, like so much like energy going on. And if I would have seen some lady just be in a door in her kitchen and telling me, let's dance, I've been like, yes, oh, yeah. And then I would feel better, right? And so I post for that stressed out homeschool mom that I was, right? And then other times I post for that lady that has the business idea that she's right there. She's like, I want to do it, but I'm scared. I just want to I don't want to let fear hold any of us back from anything, except for skydiving. That's wise. You shouldn't jump out of an airplane. I don't, anyhow. If you like that, you figure that out on your own. Probably Susie has. She's wild. But figure out that one person and post for them. I know people talk about building this avatar. That was the word earlier I could not think of. But really, who's the latest person that you've been talking to about your coaching program? Who's the latest person that you're like, oh my gosh, I wish they would take my products. Like they feel like crap. If they would just take this, they'd feel better. Make the content for them. If you're putting yourself in service, if you're willing to be cringy, have people be like, what's wrong with her? you're willing to do that for another person to help get them further down the line, that helps. That helps so much. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel good. Okay. Be so clear on your right. We talked about this. Find a posting buddy. Are you ready to become magnetic? Oh, zip lining. Oh, well, I would do that. I did bungee jumping once. That was stupid. I will never do that again either. I hate heights. No. All right. I'm gonna stop sharing. We could definitely, we have quite, oh, dude, I'm right on time. 15 minutes left. Anybody have any questions or problems that I didn't address? And you're like, this is my problem. Okay, actually, a big one that people say all the time is like, I don't have the time. Again, be really clear on your why. If you're very clear on the why, if you have a big goal, you will make the time to do it. You will, like, I'll make B-roll videos, which is just like, taking a video while I'm out walking my dogs or, taking little videos all the time. And I give all those ideas in the Magnetic Content Club. Every week I give you new B-roll ideas. You won't run out of ideas. But I will make those videos when I'm standing in line. I will take that stuff and just put on the caption. I'll ask chat, like, I'm thinking of something I want to talk about being brave and bold. What's something? Or I'll screenshot other people's stuff that I'm like, oh, I love that. And I'll say, like, put this in my words, or I'll change it around a little bit. And I get that stuff done. The other thing is set alarms on your phone. That my phone is on silent all the time. So message me anytime you want. When I'm holding my phone, I will get back to you. You can message me at 2 in the morning. You will not wake me up. But I do also use alarms. So especially when you're needing to get in the habit, if you're like, I want to start posting every single day. I made myself, for a while, I was making myself get ready like this by 9 a.m. every day because I realized when I put a little makeup on, I was way more willing to like hit record and post. If I have a video idea and I would just instantly make the video real quick. But if I looked terrible, I didn't want to always do it. I'd be like, oh, I'll write that down. I'll make it later. So that was something I did for a season that worked really, really well for me. And I had a posting buddy, and her and I both agreed we're going to be ready by 9 a.m. And having that accountability person was huge for me. Another thing that helped me, like with my stories, to really get in the habit was just every morning I would start with a good morning one. Now I don't do that every day now, but I did that for a long time. And it was just like that one step helped me to remember and do it again later. Because sometimes it's just easy for me. If I haven't done something for a few days, I forget it even exists. I forget that it's an option. I just don't do it. So that good morning post got me in the habit of posting in my stories. Okay. I love my Casima belly dancers, but I'm getting no new students for workshops. I post on the groups, post every day my troop, me teaching our shows, everything, no new students. Okay, this is awesome. Well, I mean, that's not awesome. It's a problem. Oh, no worries, Kim. Yeah, the time zone thing can be rough. I would, there's a few things you could do here. You could message your people and just be like, what would keep you, like, what would keep you from coming? Or why would you want to come? You could ask those questions. You could go post anonymously in a Facebook group. Oh, I love that. Susie said, can your students invite friends? Now, I did give you a good idea a long time ago, but I still think it's a great idea that you should have ladies have belly dancing parties at their homes. And you could have this like package, this belly dancing package. And it's like you and 5 friends, and then have a fee just for that. And again, because you want to have those people refer you. So, Susie said, can your students invite friends? And, give them a discount. Like, hey, bring your friend, or if you bring a friend, I'll give you a free class or something like that, incentivize them that way. But I think like you're not getting new people. I would like your this is the hard part because you are so bold and brave, but you need to put yourself in a position and mentally be like, if I was a chicken, What would help me stop being scared and to do that thing, right? And maybe it's um you know, start thinking of different problems. And I would love to like workshop with you more on this. I'm going to message you later because I don't want to take up all the time on this. But I would think about what are those things that are scaring people and just start talking about it. And you, especially if any of them were ever true to you in the beginning, saying like, I was really nervous to go to belly dancing because I thought I was having to show my belly and I did not want to, I never wore a crop top. Like this girl, no, I have never worn a bikini. Okay, so like that's not something that would freak me out if I thought I had to do that. And so you could just talk about that of like, and if it's not a problem you have, maybe it is a problem that one of your students has had. And again, this is duh, but not everybody is it duh. Don't name them, right? You're not going to say like, yeah, my friend Jen used to be really freaked out about showing her whatever, but I would say I had a student, and man, I'm so glad she finally came. I know she was hung up because she didn't know anybody. And it was like, this is, I don't know, whatever. But I would tell other people's stories if they're not your own stories. Um, oh, I love that, Susie. If you have online workshops, she's in. You guys, I love school. I know you don't love technology a ton, but you're doing great with your videos. When you say your good morning posts, what are some ideas to put in them? Thinking about how it all doesn't have to relate to my theme, as it were. Yes. And we're going to talk about that on Friday. Thank you. On Friday, we're really going to go into what to post. Who are your people? And I want to do a thing today. Um, and Kim, since you were last, you get to be first on this. I want, Kim, I need you to post a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 through 7. And so you don't know how the people are on my screen, but I'm just gonna go like this. And so Kim, I need you to put a number in here because for one of you, I'm gonna create a social media content calendar specifically for you and your kind of business. A 7. Well, that's you, Kim. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do that for you. I love it. Kim does awesome photography. She loves boudoir photography and also basket weaving, which I did not know about. She has a hip camp place on the Swanee River in Florida. She's a rad lady that does lots of things. Okay. But we're gonna get really clear on what areas you want to talk to your people. So the clearer you can get with on Friday of who you're speaking to. This is going to help me help you create a content plan for yourself. Okay. Um, so Jen, in the morning, when I rise, sorry. Um, I was just like showing me out on a walk, and just showing where I live and like I think for you, I know you're wanting to help people have the best life possible. You have your segment of people, right? So what is it that you would want to encourage your people to do? This is something I used to coach these old dudes that I worked with that are like, we don't do social media. That's not for us. And I'm like, you guys are idiots because you have thousands of people that want to follow you and guess what you could be doing? Those thousands of people, it was in network marketing, these people were under them, right? I'm like, what if you showed the book you were reading? Wouldn't you want 1,000 people that were on your team to read this powerful book that would help encourage them to grow? Show that. Show your lifestyle. Give people this vision of what they could have if they do the work, right? So you just have this opportunity to really influence people. Um, and you get to choose what you want to do with it. It could be anything. Like we just so overthink it. But sometimes those habits and what people can start to get to know from you, it's like, oh, every day she's gonna post a picture of the sunrise because every day she watches the sunrise and drinks her coffee. Or I really love those pictures people are taking of straight down on their coffee, you could do that. Um, you could it's just the things that you love. Like take a picture of your plants every day. If you're out there watering, I'm a spaz about watering my plants. Like I tend to overwater. Um, okay, what I love, yeah, that's true, Susie. Yeah. Yeah. So just building those habits, it's vital. You'll build the habit if you understand the why, if your why is powerful enough. If you're like, "Oh, I'm just going to play around," then you're like, "Oh, I'm just going to skip a day. That's not a big deal. Nobody will notice. The algorithm notices." And you will have people that do notice. They do notice. Like, so I highly encourage, and I have, I'm going to do another course about it, but there is a training on in the Magnetic Content Club about what do you post when you have nothing to post. My first place I go to is my Facebook memories. I'm always like, "Thank you, Melissa, from 5 years ago." Okay, I screenshot that, I write a caption, I put it back up. Don't reshare it. Facebook doesn't push it out that way. And you'll see some things, you'll just start messing with some stuff. And you're like, "Oh, tried that, didn't work. Tried that, it worked." If you're posting enough, this is another part too to help you work through, "Oh, what if I say something stupid? What if that looks dumb?" If you post enough content, it gets lost in the mix. But if you post once a month and you're like, "Oh, that was a really terrible video," it has a bigger impact. You know what I mean? But if you post 3 times a day, a silly video, something that was like you misspoke and whatever, it doesn't become that big of a deal. It just gets lost in the mix. So yeah, I post that kind of stuff. I also have books of quotes. I'll just pull a quote out, go through my camera roll, and it's like, and again, in the Magnetic Content Club, there are so many like, I don't know what to post today. Like, let's just look. We'll look again really quick. Share. Sharing screen is such a blessing. Do It's amazing. Before, could you imagine not having Zoom? Zoom has changed everything, but I lost it. I lost everything. I lost you guys. I don't know how I lost you. Hopefully you can hear me. Can't see you. Where did you go? There. Okay. Susie, do you see the school platform? Do you see school? Is that what it's sharing? Cheryl says yes. Okay, we're gonna go with yes. Oh, somebody's requesting it. Oh, Sandy, get in here, girl. Okay, in the classroom, we talked about this content creation basics. This is a free one. So just come in. There's a free section of Magnetic Content Club, and this is available to you in there. But conversation starters, look at this. This is stuff I trained people for the last 10 years. I've been helping people build a social media platform. I love doing this for people. I love helping them figure out their way. Oh, another thing, Susie, this is one of my passions right now. And I have a girl that does a business through Airbnb, the Airbnb experiences. But I would say promote belly dancing. Like people are on a vacation to the Springs, come take a belly dancing class. I would promote that there. There's so many different ways to market yourself and places to market yourself. Okay. So here's a bunch of conversation starters for you right here. If you have questions about this, so okay, and I know one of you guys did talk to me about this, the rule of seven. This rule of seven is brilliant. It is for building a relationship type social media platform. So it's different. Like if you want to come on and sell a specific product, that's going to look a little different than some of this coaching. But just talk to me and I would love to like I'm working with companies now. I love that working with my husband. He does digital ads for people and builds websites and stuff. And so now I'm coaching companies on their social media and helping them set it up. And I love it. I love it so much. It's like my favorite game. Okay, what do I post today? Feeling stuck. Here you go. Like so much stuff is right here. How to find leads using Facebook groups. Oh, I've got a video on there for you. But then another thing, if we go back to this Magnetic Monday playbook, okay, let's see. We went through one the other day. We'll go through this one. The power of negative hooks. Okay, actually, this is my I dare you. I think this is going to be next week's playbook. But what if this week you tried to lose followers? Okay, so we're being magnetic, right? So that means we're going to attract and repel. So if you posted your true thoughts, your true self, and it made some people that aren't your people, they are not going to work with you. They're never going to want to work with you. I think people, they think like, well, what if they find out blah, blah, blah? Like one day they're probably going to find out your politics, your religion, that kind of stuff. So if you're worried about trying to hide that all the time, you're not showing up authentic. You're not showing up. And I'm not saying you have to blast your every single thought, but to help your people really find you, if you're very, very, very magnetic, you are going to repel people. So I'm just thinking, okay, but negative hooks. If you've ever thought, I don't want to be negative, right? Like, and this is a balance. If you are negative continually, you will attract negative people. And I don't think any of you want to work with those kind of people. So be careful on how often you use these things. Um, but they want to know what mistakes to avoid, things like that. Okay, negative hook highlights, a mistake, a misconception. Like, I watched this video. This is very controversial, but this like Erica Kirk, Candace Owens stuff. I watched this video the other day, and this guy said, I'm so sorry. I totally defended Erica Kirk before. I was all for her until all these emails leaked. He never said what emails. I don't know what he's talking about. But his whole thing was like, I made a huge mistake. Do you think he got a ton of views? Oh, yeah. From people that agree with him, disagree with him, they all watch that. Okay, stop doing that. Stop. Here's some negative hook ideas for you. The biggest mistake I see, and I'll put in here different types of businesses, like a lot of this, because I do have a lot of life damage people in my group. A lot of times we are talking health network marketing kind of ideas, but then I throw in other ideas for you too. If you're doing this, it's hurting you. Why your blank isn't working, right? So here's a bunch of ideas for you. And again, I make these every single Sunday, except if I forget, and then Susie messages me, and then I make it on Monday. But I usually make these every single Sunday. And I didn't have these labeled, and now I'm gonna go back and help have a title so people can understand quicker what this is about. So like this one is like if you go on vacation, like how to make the most of a vacation, how to post before the vacation, during it, those kind of ideas. Okay, I'm missing the chat, so let me get in here. I know I love Zoom. Let's see, school screen. Okay. Ah, Cami, you're so awesome. Do we have access to this? So the Magnetic Content Club, you have to be a VIP. Now, when you go on here, if you go to the About section, on the right here says select your plan, and you click on here, and then this shows you what is available from each of those plans, and then you can sign up that way. Also, when you're in the school and you're in the classroom, let's see, let me change the view. Okay, view as member. So now all these ones that are clear up here, people that just instantly get into as soon as you join Magnetic Content Club, which is a website, but it's also an app you can get on your phone. All this stuff that's clear is available to you. Now to go to like level 2, you're gonna have to, you come out here, you go on the community thing, and you say, hi everybody, I'm glad to be here. Where do you guys live? Or whatever. You say, you introduce yourself. Um, you comment on these posts. You need to be an active member in the group. Again, you all have great things to share. Like you could share on here, like, here's a post that did really well for me this week, and post it like, I want to cheer for you. These people want to cheer for you. If you would say, how would you respond to this? You get some crazy comment, copy and paste it, and put it in here. How would you respond to this? Let us help you. We would love to help you out. Um, so come in here, and that boosts your points. Like you can see the leaderboard over here. This is the 30-day leaderboard, and then it gives you like 7-day, 30-day, all time. See, look at that. Oh, Teresa, she got some points up in here. And that helps you get higher levels, which unlocks classes for you. It like gamifies learning, which I like games. So, okay, let me put it back on that make view as a member. Okay, so you'll see the unlock at level 2. You don't pay for any of that. That's just, you have to put some effort into the community, give and take. Okay. And then this premium, that's that middle one. I don't have any signed up there, but if you're VIP, you get everything else. And then this is a course. My husband is an AI genius. He, I mean, genius. This is a script and things to help your AI sound exactly like you. It teaches you, and we're going to be putting more courses and stuff in here. Like I'm always adding more stuff in here. And then this Queen of the Camera, just helping you to get more confident in front of the camera. This is still ongoing. And then this magnetic playbook. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna have to let you go. All my children are here. And they're trying to break into my room. Um, thank you, Susie. Yeah. Um, yeah, one of my sons just got here and he lives out of town. So they picked him up from the airport today. I said, I got an important call between 5 and 6. Okay, you can't be here for that Zoom call. He used to dance in front of me while I was trying to do my calls. It was never helpful. Um, get the replay. Yes. So actually, let's look at that really quick. Right here, the 3-day lab, let's get to work. This is you join school, you join my community, and it's here for you. Um, and let's see, that's you just click on this YouTube link and it takes you to this is Monday's call. So I will post this call um tonight or tomorrow. We'll see about my children, what's going on there. And then it takes 24 hours. This is a good thing. Jen, I hope if you don't know this, you need to know this. If you guys are posting on YouTube, you want to always set your YouTube video to sit for 24 hours. It sitting in there for 24 hours helps their AI system to understand who it's for and how to best push it out there. So always keep your YouTube stuff for 24 hours sitting there. We can talk more about that later. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. I love it. Patsy, I can't wait to talk to you. My kids are going to school next week. Life will be changing. I'll be out and about more. Okay. Love you, ladies. Have a great night. Thanks for being here.